Hi, welcome to another episode of Car to Car. I'm Ramon.
And hi, I'm Dana. And today we will discuss a case out of Jacksonville Police Department where a team was working a drug detail and stopped someone at a gas station, and then all hell broke loose. Ramon, what are your thoughts?
All hell broke loose is the right way to describe this. Let me tell you, the actions of police officers can be so disappointing. If we just do what we're trained, we'll stay out of the majority of problems, and our community policing efforts will go so far. So you have this guy coming out of a car, you're giving him verbal commands, he's compliant to a degree, you tase him, he falls to the ground, everyone rushes in, and so now what do? We do the police standard. We start kicking in the head, kneeing in the head, punching in the throat, like almost like killing people. I don't know what we think we're doing with our actions. So, I know that if someone's not complying with moving their hands and stuff like that, what are we taught? We're taught to hit in the muscles and different areas to get compliance, pain compliance. I've never seen a pain compliance punching somebody in the throat. I've seen, the thumb to the neck. I've seen so many different things, but our actions have to match the training. Thank God we have these body worn cameras and other different camera angles that we get to see. But it just is so disappointing that we don't lean on our training. We don't lean on the policies. We don't lean on the lessons learned from other situations. And I don't know if there was a supervisor on the scene, but on these scenes, we need to have supervisors there, and supervisors need to supervise because that's the only way that these situations are going to act right. I get maybe this was some jump out team and they're dealing with high risk people and stuff like that, but there is still a way that you can arrest somebody with dignity, within the policies and rules and regulations if someone is a violent criminal. So I'm just disappointed that we keep seeing these videos where officers are going outside of what the rules and regulations are.
I agree. And there was nothing I liked about this video at all. And to your point, supervisors need to supervise. And after the point, they need to review the video because the look of the suspect after this incident was over should definitely, if you don't routinely watch a video, you definitely want to know how that person ended up looking the way he did. But after reviewing that video, if you didn't at minimum, bare minimum, kick them out of the unit, we're not, and God forbid they relieve them of duty and fire them. But if you don't kick them out of the unit, then that type of behavior is allowed. Point blank. It was so unnecessary. And one of the many things, when you want someone to give you their hands to put them behind the back, well, it's a couple of things that should not happen. You shouldn't tase them while you expect them to do that because more than likely they're not going to do it. People shouldn't be with the knee on the shoulder because that limits mobility. So it's a harder time to comply. So put the person in the condition to be able to comply to the demands. And then, as you pointed out, the excessive uh, kicking and kneeing to the head, it is just excessive,
Yeah.
so excessive, and no training, no training. And this Jacksonville Police Department, it just seems has a true pattern because there are several videos of the excessive abuse of their suspects.
Yeah. What's disappointing too is that sometimes you read a lot of these comments, and a lot of these comments egg on the actions of the police officers and thinking that the actions of these officers are okay because the person is a criminal. That's not how the United States work. Our country is not built like that. There's still a way that you can effect an arrest, doing the right thing within policy. Obviously, if tactics dictate that you have to be a little bit more aggressive, then you be more aggressive. That's what the use of force matrix is all about. We're one step ahead. But if someone, to your point, is laying on their arms, they're tased, the taser does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to lock you up and you're not supposed to be able to move. That's when people move in, handcuff, and do all of those other different things. But you're if I'm tased and I'm a big guy and I'm laying on top of my hands it's hard for me to comply, especially if you're kicking me in the head and kneeing me in the head. I'm surprised that this person didn't probably protect themselves or protect their head, because I see that a lot on videos too. People are punching people in the head and the face, and wonder why people don't readily comply, because we have a innate ability to protect ourselves, even if it's the police beating us up. And so, it's just disappointing that I see some of these comments, and these comments are agreeing with the police departments and police officers' actions. And so we got to call a spade a spade. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And criminals need to not break the law. But if they do, there's still a way that you take them into custody.
Yeah, and the whole purpose of one of the purposes of police is to bring them to,
To
to
justice.
justice.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's to take them before a court of law, not to enact that justice on the street. But to your point, as far as the comments, because some people say, oh, well, they were doing a gang and drug task force and they collected so many guns and all this stuff. Yes, that has a high propensity. Gangs, drugs, guns is a high propensity of violence. Those things are a high risk job. But when you work those details, you already have a heads up. That's what you're dealing with. So that gets you mentally prepared, strategically and tactically prepared with your team to be able to effect arrest with the least amount of force necessary. That's what that does. And because you're doing that type of detail, you still have to use force based on what the person is doing at that time. Yeah, he might be a gang member. Yeah, he might have had a gun. Yeah, he might have drugs in the car or whatever. But what is his actions doing at the time that you're encountering him? And that's what the use of force is supposed to be based on.
I agree. And the last thing I'll say is just that we need to play these videos back. We need to do right what they do in Monday morning quarterback these things. We have to play the videos back, look at them, see if there's policy violations, and supervisors need to supervise. And to your point, if you can't do your job without being abusive, then you don't need to be in these units.
At all. At all. So I don't have anything else. You
Me
have
either.
anything?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching another episode of Car to Car Podcast. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and give us feedback. We appreciate it.
Until next time.
Till next time.